emerging. Yes.
Get my ass onto Meetup.
Start to use Meetup, absolutely. Yeah.
Quantity and quality build up.
Yes.
Just the amount of quantity you need.
Yes. Yes, quantity versus quality, yep. Speaking gigs, we're going to talk about that right now. Yep.
Like confidence in just sort of being perfectionist.
Yes, be confident and no perfectionism, yep. The buying boxes, absolutely. That's the one that I wanted to say, because those two are the actual tangible things that I taught you today, that they are priceless for your business to start implementing. Absolutely. The buying box and the funnel, obviously, and the story page, yeah? Cool. All right, so what do you think I'll run these aha moments now after the break? Why do we do aha moments now?
Because we've talked about in the break. We've talked about what we wanted perhaps in the break.
Yes. And what else? That's a really good idea. What else?
I know I feel like I've had something to eat and drink, like I feel like I'm refocused.
Yes, Cynthia, that's exactly right. Yeah, what else?
Summarize what's been happening.
Yes. So those are actually the three things that I wanted you guys to say. So you guys are amazing. Exactly, because when you finish the break, everyone is sort of settling back in, finding their chairs, right? Everyone is sort of getting back in stage. And if I started to teach something, most of you would have lost it, because everyone is busy to settle back in, having the coffee, having the thing. So it's the moment that you have to put the back room into learning mode and having the aha moments here. And also, what can I do with this stuff? I can create a half-day workshop from each of every one of them. I can create a live video about it. I can create webinars from it. I can create, this is content. You guys just gave me a bunch of things that I can expand on and create a talk from it. True? Yeah. So a lot of the time, we don't realize that having our own events is not just about looking famous online. It's not just about, how am I going to get it from one level to the other. It's the priceless amount of content that people are giving you. Because until then, I wouldn't have known what people want to learn from me. And a lot of people come to me saying, I'm not ready to do things with you because I don't know where I'm going yet. I don't know what I want to teach yet. And I said, did that Francesca, when she started her meetup, and she was a life coach, knew then 4 years later she would have been on $1 million business teaching business owners marketing and business? Did she? Did that Francesca knew?
No.
Totally no idea. But then when that business grew into a 6-figure business of one-on-one coaching, then was able to transfer that because she had success in that formula, then she was able to teach that to other people. Yeah? So putting yourself in front of people should be the first step you do, because people are going to tell you what they want from you, because people are going to give you the answers, because people are the ones that are going to work with you, yeah, and give you ideas and all that. The amount of people that come to me and say, Francesca, I just spend money in my website and money in my logo and money in my branding and money in Facebook ads, and they are invisible. There's no point to be invisible and have everything perfect. Then nobody's going to see it, is it? But if you spend time and money in things that are going to take you up the scale first, then once you're up there, you've got a following, you can do anything and everything you want. So the power of having a following and the power of creating a following should be the first thing that you invest in your business. And if back then there existed a Francesca Moy that showed me how to do that, I would have given my wallet. I would have gone, oh my goodness, help me. I would have just moved in with her. I would go, show me everything. Right? Because that's exactly what you need to learn. The first step to get all these things is, if you don't have a following, there's no point to have a funnel. If you don't have a following, there's no way to talk about your story page on social media. If you don't have anyone to tick boxes for, is that true?
Yeah.
So again, is that from invisible to invincible, that's the first step that we need to take, is to get ourselves up the scale. Yeah? So let's start from the beginning again. When we go to networking events, what is your intention? Clients? Yes? How do you find clients? There is 50 people in the room. How do you get your message across? How do you get clients?
Ask the person who's running the networking meeting for you to stand up and talk.
Ah, Selena went straight to it. I love it. Usually it takes me a while to get there. Absolutely, well done. So usually people tell me clients, connection, want to talk to more people and all that. And I say, come on, give me a shortcut. How long is it going to take me to grow my network if every time I go to a networking event, I find an Emma and I just sit with Emma the whole night? How many events do I need to go to get 10,000 followers? Forever, right? So I want a shortcut. I want to get famous straight away. I want to stand out straight away. So my ultimate goal, my ultimate intention from a networking event is to be the next guest speaker. Yes?
Yes.
No! I don't want to speak! I want to stay invisible! Let other people speak! Isn't that true? Is that how we feel sometimes? I know, it's true. Because speaking is the hardest thing. But, isn't that the most efficient? The fastest way to get everyone to know? Everyone shut up, you talk. How cool is that? You get to express and explain what you do in front of everyone. That's gold. So how do we get that? Who are the 3 people that you need to connect with to get that, to get a speaking gig? The organizer will be one of them. What else? Who else?
Their assistant.
Yes, so organizer and crew. I'm just going to put in there. Great point. What else? Who has been a speaker before? Okay, only 2 people in the room. Okay, so when you've been a speaker at the end, did they ask you, who else can you suggest to speak? Recommendation. So who was the second person you want to speak to? The other guest speaker. Because they always, every single speaking gig, every single podcast, every single interview, at the end of it, I get told, Francesca, that was amazing. Who else do you know that can give the same value? Who else do you know that they are so authentic? Who else? So whatever was the best thing for them that I did, I wanna, someone else the same. Yeah? And then the third person will be a person of influence. Yes? So how do you know if someone is a person of influence?
Are they the one that socializes?
That's right, Jolene. The one that's got more people around them. Yeah, the one that everyone knows in the room, they've got buzz around them. Those are the people of influence, right? So who is already running events? Anyone is running networking events? 2 people? You're running a networking event? The business, what is the Bayside Business Women? That's, it's the same but different. I'm making a mistake. Bayside Women in Business. I spoke at that event yesterday. It was amazing. So, okay, Marthy? Yes. So, Marthy, let's talk about that. So, I'm coming to your event and you never saw me before. So, I'm an attendee, never saw me before. And at the end of the event, I come to you and I said, Marthy, this was a very good event. I'm an awesome speaker and everyone loves it when I speak. How about you get me a gig at the next event? What would you feel like?
Well, I'll first have to go and speak to my other committee members.
But how would you feel? You feel like, you wouldn't trust me straight away, right? You'd be like, who do you think you are? I don't even know you, right? It's like asking someone to marry you without going on a date. True? I shouldn't talk about dates because I'm single. So you can't do that. You can't go to someone, an organizer, and say, I'm a great speaker, I should speak. Because that's not a nice approach. You don't want to do that. So what I want to do is find out number 3 of my business Bible. Remember my business Bible? My brother shared it with me. Yep. What was number 3? Everyone needs something. What does Marthy need as an organizer of an event? guest speakers, but that's not. So you want to find what do they need that I have, that I can offer. People. Well, if I'm invisible, I don't have people. If it's not. What is the Martha need that I could give right now?
Mentoring, volunteer.
Yes. Hey Martha, so this is look at the approach, the different approach. Hey Martha, this amazing event is incredible. If you ever need any crew members, any help, let me know. I'd love to come and help you. Would that be a different approach? Yeah. Shut up. And now right now, Martha will check me out, we'll become friends because I'm crewing. And then by becoming friends, she might see if I'm good at my Facebook. She might see that I'm a speaker, I share a lot of knowledge on social media, and we'll go, Francesca, your live videos are amazing. Why don't you speak at one of our next events? And I'll be like, shut up. Sure, I'd love to. Now, someone is asking me to speak instead of me going and ask for speaking gigs. A true good speaker doesn't really ask for speaking gigs. It gets asked. So please don't go out there asking, because when you're an organizer, it's very hard to say no to people. You feel horrible. But honestly, you want to pick your own speakers. You don't want to go and give speaking gigs just because someone asked her. You love your group. You want to give them the best speaker ever. How do you say no to someone? You put them in a really bad position, isn't it, Marcia? Here we go, I don't know how to say yes. You got a good excuse. I need to go and check with my committee. Sorry, committee says no. Great excuse. But usually if you don't have a committee, it's just you. You just go, how do I get out of this now? You don't want to put people in that situation, yeah? So let's talk about the other thing that you could give is lucky door prize. Yeah? Stop it. So see how a lot of the time we get stuck in thinking what's in it for me, instead of ask what does that person need. That is my number one rule. Those 3 things that my brother shared, I still use them every single day. How can I help? Because if I help, I get noticed. True? I just want to be noticed. I don't want to sell. I don't want to force people into anything. I just want to be able to speak and be able to help. If I can help, obviously I'm helping, and we're having a chat. We're becoming friends. And if you become friends with these 3 people, you go a mile faster than anyone else. True? Stop it. Isn't this a good tip? Now you'll be forward in networking. So now people at this point said to me, well, Francesca, if all I have to do is become a guest speaker, then why do I need my own tribe? I want to go speak at someone else's. True? And I said, well, if you want unlimited guest speaking gigs, and if you want to monetize your speaking gigs, you need your tribe. Because this is what the reality is. If I am going and speaking, and I'm invisible, so don't think about me now. Think about someone that is invisible. So maybe I should just go, anyway, I'll just put me, but me 5 years ago, right? Think about me in the past. And then I'm going to, Yvette is one of my Mafians, and shortly she's going to start a meetup when she does it to the workshop. So Yvette, I'm going to use you as an example. So Yvette, you're welcome. So Yvette is going to build a lot of trust with her group, because that's what I'm going to teach her to do. Yvette is going to water her garden in a group, and that's what I'm going to teach her to do. Now that Yvette see me speak, say, Francesca, I would love you to speak at my event. Thank you, Yvette. So I'm very happy to go and speak at her event. But now 5 years ago, my hallucination was that if I'm going to speak at Yvette's event, all I'm going to do is going to plant my own seeds. I'm going to water my garden, and I'm going to make clients. I'm going to make money from just speaking in half an hour. Now, me, 5 years ago, I would not be able to convert anyone from a 30-minute talk. No way. Now, I can, and very well. But before, I couldn't. And so I was like, this speaking thing is not that good. You go and speak, you speak for half an hour. That was me back then when I didn't know abundance. I'll go and speak for half an hour, and you get nothing. So what's the point of going out there and speak? I want a shortcut. I want to find a better way to monetize these speaking gigs, because this is too hard. So do you think I found a solution? Do you think I found a solution? Yes. I'm the shortcut queen. Of course I found a solution. So here I go. I created my own tribe, and once I had my own tribe, then I went to my own tribe and I said, hey tribe, guys, I'm going to speak at Yvette's event next week. You get a free ticket. Would you like to come with me?
Yes.
Yay! All right. So my tribe is like, I've been building my tribe for a long time. I've been building a lot of trust, planting seeds. I've been watering my garden. The garden grows. And I'm getting a lot of flowers. What are flowers? In business? Clients, thank you. So I'm getting a lot of success and business from it. All right. So now my clients are coming to the events meetup. After I speak in the break, what are my clients, not clients, just my tribe, what is my tribe going to do? What are they going to say, Lisa? My clients?
They're going to recommend you.
Ah, yes, they're going to recommend me. They're going to talk to Yvette's tribe, saying Francesca is amazing. She's the meetup queen. If you want to learn how to make a tribe, you have to go to her. So they're actually watering the garden for me at the event. And my tribe is going to help me make more sales. True? Okay. You like it? Yeah. So again, the power of having your own tribe. If you don't have your own tribe, if you don't have your own following, when you go yourself and speak at other people's events, you're going to be on your own. And you know how hard it is to warm up an audience if you know no one in the room. It's very hard. But if you have people that know you or have stalked you on Facebook or are followers, it's a lot easier to build that relationship quickly. Make sense? So the secret to monetize your speaking gig and to have unlimited public speaking gigs is to invite your tribe. Because if you think that I'm bringing people to Yvette, do you think that Yvette had a good event? She won? She had any win by me bringing more people? Yes or no? Yes. Totally. Because, you know, what does ultimately Yvette want? More people at her events. So yesterday I spoke at the Bayside Business why do I want to say Bayside Business in Hill? Bayside Women in Business, sorry. I spoke there and advertised it as it was my event. Not as it was my event, but we advertised it and we got 6 people going. 6 people that paid the tickets and go along. Do you think that they liked it? Did you like it? Of course, right? Do you think they're going to give me another speaking gig? Of course, right? They liked it. Everyone at the event enjoyed the speech. I brought them people. Shut up, I'm the first in line. As soon as they've got someone cancelling, they're going to call me. Yeah? So it's the best way to get recurring speaking gigs is to have your own tribe and to promote it to your own tribe. Yes?
Do you have, like when you go and do guest,
it's okay.
You go and do guest speaking at all these different meetups, etc.
Yeah.
Do you have the same talk that you do each time?
Well, you saw my list. I've got plenty of talks. You guys give me ideas for talks all the time. So I've got many different talks because obviously, especially in the same city, you might have people coming back, and so you don't want to always be the same, yeah? Just the same speech, the same webinar, the same. So you've got to have a few different talks. But right now, like yesterday, I wasn't allowed to have a PowerPoint. There was no facilities for a PowerPoint, so I just have to talk off the cuff. If you tell me 5 years ago, I would have freaked out about it because speaking without a PowerPoint, it can be difficult. And yesterday I spoke for 15 minutes without PowerPoint very easily, and I wasn't, not that I made it up on the spot because I know my content, so I don't need to prepare anymore. Everything comes very natural. But it took me many talks to get to the point that I don't need to prepare my talk anymore. Yeah. So what I realized is that people make another mistake at networking events. Have you noticed that?
Cards.
Give business cards like a ninja. Business cards. What happens nowadays with business cards? You throw in the bin or you put it in the back of you lose them, and then you find at the back of the bottom of your bag going, who's this? Maria? I don't know. And just throw it away, yeah?
I'm surprised we still have them.
I know. Well, we still have them because obviously it's the fastest way nowadays. It's is common. That's what everyone had, and you feel like you have a business when you have a business card. Yeah, that's how it is. But there's a better, fastest way to do that. Would you like to know which one? Yeah. Okay. Well, who would like to be my volunteer? I want a guinea pig. Look at this. Nobody wants to stand out. Okay. Are you here because you want to stand out in the crowd? Oh well. Well, we got already one gorgeous people that was very, very. But now you're here, so is that okay? Yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry, I just thought that's what you meant.
That's okay. Get your mobile, please.
My mobile.
So what happened is, before we go with Jolene, you are here because you want to stand out, right? But when I asked who was the volunteer, nobody put their hand up.
I would have liked
Yeah, well, why? What's happening in your brain? What did your brain say?
Fear.
Fear of what? What could happen?
Rejection.
Failure, rejection, I'm going to look like an idiot, right? It's going to be difficult, right? So actually this is going to be all pretty much me doing everything. So it's no fear around anything. And if you are in your comfort zone consistently, are you going to be able to move forward in your success in your business? Yes or no? No. So you have to, it's a muscle. It's seriously like moving out of your comfort zone is a muscle. You just have to always literally brainwash your brain to always to take the step. And then you go, shit, I just took a step. Oops. Oh, shit, I would just put my hand up. I hope they don't pick me up. Oh, oops, he's the only person who put a hand up. Oh, okay, it's my turn. Right, I have trained myself to be out of my comfort zone consistently. Do you think I love it to be always the center of attention? I actually don't. It's tiring and it's consuming and it's a lot, but I know that what results and what impact has by doing that. Yeah? So it's very, very, very important for me to learn how to push myself out of my comfort zone consistently. So if I was going to ask a volunteer now, who will put their hand up? That's because it's safe because she's here.
Well, I noticed there was one person put their hand up, and I'm like,
that's fine.
You were trying to say to stand up.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is this.
On Facebook?
We are on a networking event, and we're talking, and I will ask you, Jolene, what do you do, Jocelyn?
Do I just tell you what I do? Okay, I'm a hair and makeup artist.
Okay, story. You go back to your story pitch.
My story. Oh, my story pitch. I'm a makeup artist.
Yeah.
And I help people.
Why did you start it? Go back to your story.
Why did I start? I can't remember what we wrote now. Because now it's nerve-wracking.
It's fine, see? But it's okay. Nobody. Is anyone judging? No. Because if you were,
it's just nerve-wracking on my end. So.
Because if you were here, you would do exactly the same, right? Yeah. So nobody judges. Nobody cares.
I know.
Okay, so don't worry about that. Talk to me.
Just crack me up.
Okay, so where do you start your business?
Okay, so I started my business because I love what I do. I'm very passionate.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah, but when at the beginning, when you started, why?
Why I started because I could see a way of helping others to stand out themselves.
Yeah.
But
what did makeup do to you?
Makeup just changed me.
Now, this is what I want to hear. Yeah. Why did makeup change you?
Made me into a better person. Made me feel like more confident.
Now we're connecting. Now she's taking the mask away, and not just like because I'm passionate about it. It's telling me the truth. What happened to Jocelyn before makeup and after makeup? Who was Jocelyn before makeup?
Before makeup, I was a completely different person.
Yes.
I was quiet. I was, hiding. I didn't want to come out. I just wanted to hide from everyone.
Goosebumps? Isn't that different now? I connect. I will know exactly who you need to help now because I can think of my friend, or I can think of my cousin, or I can think of my, right? You can think of people that if it's not just me, it could be someone else, yeah? That's what I wanted to share. And so what happened when you put makeup on?
I started to realize the beauty of the people that I was bringing out.
Yeah.
And I made them feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
And when I was making them feel good about themselves, it made me feel good.
Yeah.
So I could transform anyone into anything, and I want to help the next person how to do it on themselves.
Yeah.
So that they can get in front of their own live video or live event or their own guest speaking, so I can help other people in business.
Everyone, Jocelyn! That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wish you recorded because that was amazing.
That's exactly what I've been trying to figure out for the last how many years.
Yay! We clapped and Ollie comes along. Okay,
Yeah,
so I love it.
You should have recorded that.
Okay, so Right now we are at a networking event, right? You asked me what I do.
So what do you do, Francis?
And now I will do my 60-second story pitch. I'm not going to do it now to save time. And so in that moment, ask me for a business card.
Okay. Oh, do you have a business card?
Oh, just I don't, but who does business cards anyway?
True.
Hey, do you want to connect on Facebook?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Right. We have to do it now?
Yeah, let's do it. Of
Literally.
course. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm just.
But what's the saying, right?
Are you logged in?
No, I'm not actually in Facebook. But
Ah, Santa Marisa.
sorry, but I can do it now. It's only because I'm here to talk. All right, turn my phone off.
Okay, I'll do it on mine. Okay, so I would take her phone. I would literally take her phone. Are you already doing it? Look
Yeah,
at
I'm
this.
doing it now.
I would take her phone and I would say, you know what? Nobody can really spell my name. It's faster if I just type it in for you. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Thank you. That's amazing. So how's this event? You enjoying it?
I'd love it.
I know. She's an amazing speaker, isn't she?
Yeah.
I know. I love her. I wish I could be like her one day.
I sure do.
So right now, what's happening?
We're trusting each other.
I've got her phone in my hand and we're whispering, we're talking, right? We're connecting,
We're
yeah?
laughing as well.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah.
So this is a different connection. So this moment, your phone is loading, but I'm putting Francesca Moy, my name and surname in there, and what comes up usually is two things. This is massive for as a learning tip, yeah? So I would really like you to write this down.
Oh, sorry, now it disappeared off my screen.
So two things will come up. My Francesca Moy personal profile and Francesca Moy dash the Meetup Queen.
Is that your business like page and your
So Francesca Moy, the normal one, is my personal profile where people can friend me. But Francesca Moy dash the Meetup Queen is my business page. So a lot of business owners make a mistake that the business page is called empowering event. There's nothing to do with me. People are never going to find it. I am my business. I don't even have an empowering events business page. I don't need one. I only have Francesca Moy dash the Meetup Queen because that's how people find it. They only have to search for my name and they find both. Yeah. So in this moment, I would say, well, I wanted.
That comes up.
Yeah, but I wanted the other one. So we already friend on Facebook, are we?
In the profile, like a profile.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I just want to find that. It's just your phone is not working. Okay.
The reception.
Okay, all right. So I'll find.
So
Right now, Jocelyn will friend me in a normal reception
add me
area,
if you want.
and then, and then in that moment, I will say, great. Now that we're friends on Facebook, amazing. Let's take a selfie. Let's go. Yeah, of course. Perfect. So now that we've got a selfie and we are connected on Facebook, I have done my work. I don't need to sit here and try to convince Jocelyn to come to my next event or next meetup or next half-day workshop or sell into anything. The connection is done. I promise you, she will see what I do, what I'm about. In a few days, I'll tell you what happened. So,
That's it?
no, stay here, stay. So right now, I can go in a networking environment. I will go, okay, I've done my work with Jocelyn. I can now move on to someone else. And I will just go and talk to someone else and do the same thing, which is friend them on Facebook, take a selfie, yeah? Now, before I leave the venue, in my parking, in the car, before I leave, I would post that photo and all the other selfies that I took, yeah? I will do that. And can I ask you, sorry guys, I don't know what it is, but I can't concentrate. Can you please switch it off?
Oh, it's the kettle.
It just my you know when sometimes there's a noise and you just can't stop thinking about the noise? Thank you. Okay, where was I? Okay, so I'm in the car. And in the car, I'm just going straight away. Before I leave the venue, I post on Facebook all the photos, all the things that happen. I tag the organizer and say, Yvette, amazing event. Thank you so much for having me. I do all that.
I do that too. Yeah.
That's so good. We're back here. Just the energy is back here. Perfect. So, right now, is Facebook a business? Yes or no?
Yes.
Shut up.
Is it? Yes.
So now Facebook has a funnel as well. And Facebook wants people at the top of the funnel to be active so that people buy their Facebook ads. Yeah? So how do they get people to their Facebook ads? They get people in the personal profile active and addicted to Facebook. So then once you are active and addicted, you create a business page. And once you are active and addicted in the business page, you're gonna start to pay for Facebook ads. Yes?
Yeah.
That's Facebook funnel. Now, how do you get people at the top of the funnel on Facebook to be active if you don't help them interact? You have to, as a business, Facebook needs to help you interact. So right now, Facebook is going to Jocelyn saying, hey, hello, Jocelyn, you just found this girl, Francesca, and she just posted some stuff on Facebook. Hey, do you want to watch it? What do you think? What are the chances, before you answer, what are the chances that Jocelyn will click on that photo, high or low?
High.
Would you do it?
Yes,
Of course.
because it's me.
What are the chances that Jocelyn will like that photo, high or low?
High.
Would you do it?
Yes.
What are the chances that Jocelyn will comment on that photo, high or low?
High.
Would you do it?
Yes.
Shut up.
Because it's
From
market-
now on, I will be in front of your face every single day you open Facebook. Because Facebook is got algorithm. So I am manipulating the algorithm on Facebook. Because I'm saying, we just friend each other, and I'm gonna show you straight away that I'm active. As I'm active, you clicked, liked, and comment. Facebook is gonna keep showing you because Facebook wants interaction. Yes?
Yes.
So in that moment, the other way around usually doesn't happen because usually the other person is invisible. So they will comment and like my stuff, but they're not posting anything on their stuff. So Facebook is not going to show the other way around because there's nothing to show. Yeah? So I would never see, usually, not you, but in general, someone is invisible and never active, I will never see that person again. And after 3 years, they will go, hey, how are you? And I'll be like, who are you? No idea, because they've been seeing me every single day on Facebook and I haven't. Yes? Now, in this moment, I called each level of the funnel something. So at the top of the level, I call them Marias. The Marias are the people that sit outside the bar in Italy, all the ladies, and they sit outside the bar and just talk about everyone. Yeah? They know everything about everyone. So those are the Marias that probably would never spend Facebook ads money, but they're very active on Facebook. They're very commenting. They're very out there all the time. They're helping with the interaction. And the Marias are the people that Facebook wants, because if the more Marias they have, the more people will give them money on Facebook ads. Does it make sense? Everyone, Jocelyn! Thank you so much. Now, I have this Maria in my business. So the Marias are people that come to my meetup, or they're commenting on my Facebook, or they're coming to my webinar, whatever it is that I do at the top of my funnel. The Marias would then become Simonas when they come to the half-day workshop. And if whoever wants to become a Mafian, they become a Sabrina. Now, excuse for the boys. We also have Mario, Simone, and Sabrino, but 90% of our Mafians are females. And we're very happy to have some guys because they balance the energy, yeah? Which is great.
What's the first word set up, is it?
Meetup.
Meetup. Sorry.
It's okay. Make sense? So the more Marias you have, the more Sabrinas you get. And Facebook is exactly the same. The more interaction we have at the top, the more people will go through their funnel as well. Yes? Yes. Now, usually at this moment, people ask me a question. But Francesca, which one of these three do you use? I don't get it. Huh? And now this is where the slides come up. So personal profile is where you friend each other. Personal profile is where you and I are actual friends on Facebook. Well, usually people keep that only for friends and family, yeah? I open that up to everyone. It's a public personal profile. Why? Because I am my business. People want to see what I do in my personal time. People want to see Ollie jumping on stage when we all clap. People want to see if I have kids, if I have nieces. People want to see that because that will make them trust me. Yes? So personal profile is the place you want to build trust, not the place you want to sell. You're not allowed to sell in the personal profile because that's not allowed for business. In Facebook, the Facebook rule is that here you can't do any business. Yes? You just have to go here to do business. So then the group. I have my own groups and I'm active in other people's groups. I cannot be invisible in groups. I have to be choosing the groups where my target market are hanging out and be active on those groups. And then last but not least is the business page. The business page is your website in Facebook pretty much. And if you're not active on your website, if I go to your website and there is an event promotion for April 2016, do I think that you are active? Do I think that your business is still running? I would assume that you're not in business anymore. True? Yeah. So that's the same. If I go into your Facebook page and your last post was 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I don't know if you're still in business. Bet you. Isn't that true?
Yeah. Do you keep your posts active, like publicly for everyone?
Yeah.
Even your photo, you said as your photos.
Yeah.
So everything's.
The more private, the better.
The more public.
The more private the concept is, the more personal is, the better.
So you don't leave everything open?
Everything is public, and the more personal it is, the more people love it. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah?
So with the selfie that you just took before, and you're sitting in the car, would you post that to your personal profile or?
Personal profile.
Not on your business.
Personal profile, it's a connection.
Okay,
Imagine if I take a photo with you and then I tag you from the Meetup Queen.
Yes.
Oh, it was nice to meet you. What do you think? I'm trying to sell you something.
Yeah. And no one likes that.
Isn't that true?
Yes. Yeah.
It's about connection. It's about friendship. It's about opening up to each other. You can choose. There is an option on Facebook. I know that this gets a lot of people talking. So there is an option on Facebook. If you do want to keep stuff private, that you can say this post only for my close friends or this post only for my family. If you really want to have that, I don't suggest to have that. I suggest that the more you share, the better it is. But everyone, it's to their own. I'm not saying what you need to do. But I know people that got very young kids and they're still all over Facebook, and they actually get more business because of that.
Just on that, I do have my profile public and open.
Yeah.
And I 100% agree with you. I think people need to know you personally.
Yeah.
But my husband and my 22-year-old son give me shit for it sometimes.
Yeah.
My daughter's younger, she's 17, she doesn't care.
Yeah.
But they always go, oh Mum, you got everything open, you got everyone can see our life. And I go, but that helps my business.
Yeah.
And they go, how does that help your business?
Yeah.
And I just ignored them and left it public.
Well done.
Because I just think that
Well done.
it does. Because I know for me, I want to trust people.
It does.
They're personal.
It does.
Yeah, because otherwise they think they could be hiding stuff that you don't know.
That's right. So unfortunately nowadays we are in a Big Brother house, and people will think that you're shady if you're private. It's unfortunate because I know that's not true. I know for a fact people that they consciously decide to have their personal profile private, and they're beautiful people and they're super trustworthy. So it's not true, but people that don't know you will sort of doubt that. They will check it out going, oh, why I can't see more here? And that's the truth of nowadays. We're in 2018 and we have to change and keep up our mindset with what the reality is. Yeah? So I know there is a lot of questions, guys, but I've really had to move on to the next step. Is that okay? If at the end we've got more time, can you write it down and you ask me at the end? Is that okay? Thank you. So how does this work? So why do I need to use my personal profile for business? I don't get it. So let's go deeper into this. Please. So tagging people of influence. If I've been to an event and I want to tag Yvette because she offered me the event, if we're not friends, I cannot tag her. If she's got her profile super private, I cannot tag her. And I'm not going to tag her business to say thank you for having me. I'm going to tag her personally. And if I cannot tag her personally, I'm not going to tag her. So a lot of people that my clients, they become mafians, and the first thing I tell them to do is to put everything public. They then go, I just found out all these people trying to tag me forever. Let me start all these testimonials and reviews and all this stuff because I wouldn't let them tag me. I can't believe it. I'm like, huh? Because people want to tag you personally. They want to say thank you to you. And that's the biggest thing. And I know that some people say, I've got photos of me drunk and whatever. Delete them. Who cares? Nobody needs to see that.
That's what I think.
delete them. Is that really need to be on Facebook anyway? Does it really need to be? Just keep it into your, document, send it to your friends privately. Some people have created a Facebook group for their friends. And they just got all their friends in a Facebook group and you keep all the nasty stuff in there and on the outside. Yeah? But again, like if you're in business, probably you want to delete those things anyway, because on social media people will find them. Nowadays, literally, there's ways to find photos and find things. So just get it on. Don't even keep those photos on the internet outside, because eventually people can really find them. So second thing is people in groups. If you are, who's on Facebook groups? Anyone joined any Facebook groups? Okay, nearly everyone. Have you joined with your personal profile or have you joined with your business profile? Oh, I wonder why. Why didn't you join with your business profile? You can't. Exactly right. Why would Facebook not let you? Because they want you to interact on your personal profile. They don't want empowering events to talk to tacos. Just making up, tacos is a business. I don't know. I don't want empowering events to connect with another business. I want Francesca Moy to connect to Donna. And I remember a few years ago when I was going really like testing all the boundaries on Facebook and see what I could do. One day I was friending all these people on a Facebook group and the organizer messaged me saying, some people told me that you're friending everyone in this group. You're not allowed to do that. I'm like, why? I'm just friending. I'm not just spamming them or sending them. I'm just friending people in the group. So then when I know that they're looking for a bookkeeper, I can tag that person. Why not? Oh, you're not allowed to do that. I'm like, you don't get it. If I'm the organizer of a group and people are friending each other, I go, yes, because that equals more interaction. That equals more value. That equals more, business for me. I'm like, you don't get what that was about. And it's fascinating because the more your people interacting in the group, the more win there is for everyone. Yeah. So friend people on Facebook, that means back in December, I had to sign up for this venue. This venue is our office. We have listed this venue for the next 3 years, which is very exciting. And in January, I had to move in on the 1st of January. But we had to sign the lease. And you know how lawyers say, oh, it will take 3 months lease. I'm like, it doesn't take 3 months to sign a lease. It takes 2 seconds. I sign it and you do it. That's it. And obviously, that's how I do. I'll do things fast all the time. And I said it was 2 days before Christmas. And I said, I'm going to find a lawyer that's going to be able to do this over Christmas. And everyone was saying, it's impossible. It's over Christmas. Just wait until next year. And I'm like, no, because everyone's going to go on holiday and I'm not going to find anyone until the 8th of January. And I have an event here on the 14th and I have to do a lot of work and I don't have time. So I need someone now. And I'm very determined when I want something, I get it. So I went on a Facebook group and I said 2 days before Christmas and I said, anyone knows a lawyer that is honest, quick, fast and available now. And people were trying to tag their friend's lawyer. And guess what? John wasn't be able to be tagged because he doesn't let people friend him because he's a lawyer. So he didn't get tagged, so he didn't get my business. And then second person didn't get tagged, and then the third person tried to tag a business page, and he couldn't do that on a Facebook group. So I was laughing because the reality of what I teach was happening just right in front of my eyes until Peter was tagged. And Peter, funny enough, I thought he was an employee of the lawyer firm, but he actually was the owner. And Peter messaged me privately straight away and said, Francesca, all my team is off tomorrow. It's the day before Christmas, like it's the last day. Everyone is off, and I have meant to go on holiday. I'm not going on holiday anymore, so I can help you. I'm going, shut up. And he said, but obviously it's the day before Christmas, and if you're something that quickly, it's going to cost you more. And I said, I don't care, whatever it is. So he quoted me nearly double what other people quoted me to do it in January. And I said, I don't care. So I paid. So he got a $2,000 client like that because he decides to get over himself and friend people on Facebook. Pretty much. So we need to learn that friending people on Facebook, it's not just about, it's a no-brainer. You have to friend people on Facebook if you want to boom your business nowadays. And Peter is now my lawyer. He does everything. So he didn't just get one gig from me. He does everything. Every time we have a problem, call Peter. Because we trust him, because we can see him with what? With his family, we saw that Christmas what he did, right? So then you feel closer to that person, and then you just trust them. Why am I going to try to find another lawyer where I got Peter? He's my friend on Facebook now, we're besties. Isn't that true? That's how we make up our mind. That's how we work, all of us. And so we need to do that ourselves. So the ultimate goal is to have as many people as possible on your Facebook group, and on your Facebook personal profile. I've reached my limit of 5,000, and now we're sending everyone to the group.
That's a community group or just
A group.
a group page?
Yeah. Yes? And that's why it's important to start a group early. Because imagine if now I tell you, oh, sorry, you can add me as a friend because I reached my limit of 5,000, but feel free to join this group where there is 4 people. Enjoy. You'll be like, no thanks. But now, because I've started from the beginning, that's what I teach. I had a group from the beginning. Now I say, sorry, you can't friend me, but you can hang out with me in my Entrepreneurs Abundance Mindset group. We've got over 6,700 people in there. Francesca is very active. You'll be able to spend a lot of time with her. How's that?
So you just invited all your friends to join your group?
Well, you cannot really invite people because people get offended. There's a lot of steps that you need. So before you start a group and before you start a Facebook and Meetup group, what do you need to do? Can you start a Facebook group when you are invisible? No. So please don't try to start a Facebook group or anything if you haven't even started to be active on your Facebook. So first we need to be active. First we need to tick boxes. First we need to do the steps ahead to be at least empowered. And when you are empowered, then you start a Facebook group. People are going to jump in it. You're not going to have to force them in. Yeah? So we need to do all the steps before, and we're going to cover them now. So do you understand that when you start your own community, this is how we do it. So following the funnel. I've helped over 200 people now starting their own communities, and what I've noticed that there is a pattern. People always try to create the community for their actual business. I'm a health coach, I'm going to start a health meetup. I'm going, sure. Who's going to show up to that meetup? A health meetup. Who's going to show up?
Healthy people.
Healthy people. Are those your clients? Bam, bam.
Yeah.
So we need to understand that we need to understand who we want in there. So if you want people that are not healthy, are not going to go to a health meetup because they're going to feel out of their comfort zone. They're going to feel unhealthy and big and in discomfort and all those things, and they're not going to go. So we need to take a step ahead and go, who do we want? How do we get people to come to that meetup? How do we get people to come along? And over helping 200 people and people that haven't, fascinating how people sometimes pay the money and tell me, I'll do everything you want, and then they don't still follow the strategy. That's interesting. So some people didn't follow the strategy. They said, no, I'm going to do it my own way. I'm going to start a meetup for healthy people. And then obviously they didn't get the right amount of people in there and whatever. So what I noticed is that between normal meetups with 9 to 5, let's say 9 to 5 people, so people that they are, how do you call it? General working people. How do you say? I don't know what to say without. Sorry? No, I don't want to say that. People that don't have a business, yeah. So general public. Thank you. That's the words I was looking for. General public, yeah. Instead of inviting general public to your meetup, you connect with business owners. Are business owners in need of health? Yes or no?
Yes.
Are business owners busy and stressed, and so could you help them with that? Are business owners people that need advice in finance? Yes. So pretty much every type of business that you have, you could concentrate on business owners as well. And the reason why we want business owners, because what did you say we want at the top? Quality or quantity?
Your net worth.
Quality or quantity at the top? Quantity at the top. So if you want a quantity, do you rather have a meetup with 3 people that are the right people, or you want to have a meetup with 50 people and maybe 3 are the right ones? Thank you. So we need to make sure that people come at your meetup. And the people that do go to meetups are business owners. Why? Because there's something in it for them. Now, I'm not asking you to teach business owners anything. I'm just asking to create a community for business owners and health. So the business owners come along and you teach them what you're good at health, and then you have a speaker that will teach marketing or sales or whatever. So you merge your knowledge with someone else's knowledge, yeah? Priscilla did exactly that. Her target market is and was, she's a branding expert, she's a graphic designer, and the target market has always been this. Women that are into pretty stuff. Women that they love to look pretty, to have a pinky things, right? So it didn't matter if I'm in beauty or not. She just wanted people that wanted a beautiful branding, like a girly branding. Does it make sense? Yeah. So she said, I'm gonna start a meetup for girly girls. And I'm going, okay, Priscilla, if you wanna start a meetup for girly girls, I'm sorry, but I'm your target market, because I am, and I wouldn't come. Because I'm not gonna go to a girly meetup. Because my brand is girly, but I'm not really necessarily girly. So I'm not gonna go. And I don't have time to go and hang out with people that are not really, you know, general. I don't hang out with people that are not in business. I'm actually my type of people, my friends, they're all in business. We all talk about business. That's my passion, my biggest passion. I wouldn't hang out in a meetup with girly. I wouldn't do it. She goes, oh, I'm like, of course. So what you need to do first is to create a meetup, entrepreneurs stepping up in Brisbane. Entrepreneurs, people come along, you will look famous online, and once you're famous, you can do whatever you want. Thank goodness Priscilla listened. And Priscilla, when she started with me, she was completely invisible. She just started a business 2 months before, and she didn't have many clients either. In 3 months later, she had $16,000 in sales in 1 month. Wow. Crazy. You know, who knows Priscilla? Oh, a few people, cool. So, she then did that for nearly a year, and then she got pregnant. And she had this gorgeous baby, and we gave her a bib that says, my mom is in the mafia, #watch out. But the point is that once she had a baby, she said, okay, Francesca, I'm not really connected to the entrepreneur stepping up anymore. It doesn't resonate. I really want to hang out with chicks now. And I'm like, yes, that's fine. You're famous now. You can do whatever you want. So she started after 1 year, and after she had the baby, she started a second meetup called Sisters Stepping Up. And now she gets fully booked events with girly girls that they go out and they talk about fashion and they talk about beauty and they do all this stuff, and she helps them with the branding. How cool is that? But she did Sister Stepping Up first. Would that work out? It wouldn't have, because she was no one. Nobody knew her. So what we suggest, and we always do, is to start a business meetup first that will get you famous and business, because obviously she's got business as well. And then you can start whatever you want that's gonna work. Yeah? So that's a really great example for Priscilla, because now she truly is. Look at her. She was not able to speak in public. She was not able to stand out. She was terrified of doing Facebook Live. From that photo, I think this photo is the best photo because you can tell how confident she is. Look how many women she's got around her. Look at that. It's like 90 women each meetup, and they all pay $49. Amazing, hey? It's amazing. Okay, so what I realized is the networking around the passion and business educations are the best meetups to start with, to get that momentum, to get people to come to your meetup and to look famous online. Yeah?
So when you say start up a business meetup, say if we were in health, what would we be talking about, what we're passionate about? Yeah.
I will never tell you to not talk about something that you're passionate about. Do business owners need health?
Yeah.
So you talk about business owners and health.
Okay, so but you just name the business.
Yeah. Yeah? Cool. So at this point, some people start to freak out. Because, okay, well then I need to start a meetup. Oh my God. Yeah. I need to start to send out. Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? How am I gonna do it? And the first thing they say is, I don't think I have time right now. It's not the right time, or I don't have time. That's the biggest thing that people come up with. And I say, well, what is time? Do we all have the same time?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, really? No wonder. So it's fascinating, because if you are all here and you say that you don't have time to add something to your what you're doing right now, maybe, I'm just saying, maybe you're not invest in the right time in the right thing. True? I was like, yep, that's exactly me. Well, spend time in things that are making you money. My first coach was telling me, Francesca, you're wasting your time. And the first year of business, $200,000 in sales later, I'm so happy that I fired that business coach and I kept doing what I did. Because this strategy, the Maria strategy, the building trust strategy, the putting yourself out there works if you're consistent and you give it time. If you do this for 2 months, that's not going to work. Absolutely, I can guarantee you that. But if you keep doing it consistently, it's going to work. And I'm not expecting people to run a meetup forever every month of their life, because I told you I don't run meetups that often anymore. So it's just for the first year, at least once a month, and then we can start to slow it down and slow it down and slow it down as we go. But we have to be consistent and do it a lot at the beginning. Then the second thing that people tell me is, Francesca, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I have the money. I don't think I have the content. I don't think I'm ready. And I said, well, when are you going to be ready? Oh, in a year time. And I said, okay, I'll call you back in a year time. And I've done this, I told you, 1,500 people. How many no's do you think I've heard? Yeah? So I told you we had 1,500 people, and how many people here? 170, 175. How many no did I hear? quite a few, yeah? So being used to rejection is another thing that you need to learn. It's not about me. It's about them, their own fears, and their own stuff happening in the head. But what breaks my heart, because I'm very passionate about this, is that when I contact them a year later, when they told me I'm not ready, it's not the right time, I'll do it later, I've got no money right now, I can't afford it. Guess what happened a year later? Same, if not worse. Because obviously now my courses cost more, and they still cannot afford it. It breaks my heart, literally. Last 2 months ago, someone came here, said that this is it, I should have done it a year ago, I am doing it now, even though I've got no money, I am doing it now. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And she did everything in her power, and she said to me, Francesca, I just wish that I did it a year ago. I'm like, stop complaining now and live in the past and just make it happen now. And she worked her butt off and she made it happen, but she didn't have the money. It's all about mindset. What is money?
It's just a tool.
Energy. Money is energy. Money is everywhere. And what I say to people is this: at this level, you should create a package. If you're working one-on-one with clients, you should create a package of $500 for 6 sessions. If you sell 4 of those, you got the money for the deposit. If you sell 2 of those a month, you got the money to pay for the payment plan. So I'm thinking, why don't we sell? Because selling, it's easy. Can you guys create 6 sessions for your clients? Would they be worth $500? Yes or no? Yes, and a lot more. Would it be easy to sell it? Selling issues right here. It would be. But the thing is, you don't think you have people to sell it to, right? Go back to your clients. You could easily go back to your client and say, hey, you've been working with me one-on-one and you keep buying one-on-one session. I've got this package that I put together now. Why don't you commit to 6 sessions? Yeah? So what I realized that I'm not ready is not really a reality, because you'll never be ready. There will be never the right time, the right money, the right everything. You make things happen. Who have kids? Were you ready to have kids? Were you ready? You were not ready, right? There was no manual. You had to learn it, just as you go. And that's exactly the same, yeah? The other one is, I don't have enough content. I showed you. Whenever you're in front of people, people will give you the content. So all you have to do is to be brave enough to do the first step, and then people will tell you the content all the time, over and over and over and over again, yeah? And the last but not least is, What if nobody show up? What if I do a meetup and nobody show up? What would happen? Nobody knows. It never happened to my Mafians, thank goodness. But
What if you do a meetup and they do show up?
what if one person show up, Selena? So let me tell you a story. 3 years ago, I was doing a meetup every 10 days because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just testing the waters and I was exhausted. And this day was like today, even worse. It was raining a lot and it was shocking out there. And someone messaged me saying, Francesca, it's actually dangerous for you to keep going with your meetup. Please cancel it. It's really dangerous. You're putting people in danger. Nobody's in the street tonight. It's too bad. You need to cancel. But my rule is never, ever, 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 ever cancel any meetup or an event. Because, imagine your reputation. You cancel once, you're never going to take me seriously again. So I don't want to cancel. So I was like, oh my goodness. But anyway, I didn't want to put people in danger, so I canceled. And then it was only 3 hours before. So I thought, what if someone doesn't see it and still show up? So I put myself in danger and I drive to the meetup. And as I get to the meetup, I'm sort of packing up. I'm thinking, I really hope nobody shows up because I really want to go home and watch a movie and do nothing tonight, right? And I was like, sort of, watching around, looking around, nobody was coming this way. I'm like, yes. So I started to unpack and put everything away. And then guess what? This guy come in. And my face must have dropped because I'm like, hi. And he goes, hi. I'm like, huh. And he goes, where's everyone? I'm like, hey, it's raining and it's miserable out there. Everyone thought it was not a good idea to show up except you. And he goes, oh, well, just you and I guess. And then just sits down. And I'm going, Santa Marisa, how can you say so? Sorry, we're going to just cancel right now. Can you just go back home? I didn't know what to do. And I really was in the mood. And back then, I don't think I was evolved enough in mindset wise to understand that it wasn't about me. I was making it all about me. And I was like, I want to be home now and whatever. And it was all in my head. And I just couldn't connect with the guy. And I was just like, why are you here anyway? And I started to talk to him about personal development and I didn't know what to do. And anyway, he was shutting me down everything I was saying. He's like, well, if you manifest stuff, why are you rich yet? I'm like, excuse me. If you manifest stuff, why are you single yet? Oh, excuse me. I was like, okay, this is not. And I started to take it personal back then. And I sort of said, you know what, I don't think this is working. Do you want to just go home, not by yourself, just. And he goes, oh, I knew that this personal development crap wouldn't work. I'm like, excuse you? And he said, well, me and my mates at the mines, we're all depressed and we're all, struggling. And I thought that this could help us, but it's all crap. I'm like, okay, hold on a second. You didn't give me a chance. Sit back down. And I sit back down and we started, I got over myself and my want to go home thing. And we started to talk from the heart and it was the best night ever. Literally 3 hours talking. It was the best. And then I said, you need to come back. You need to bring all your friends. We need to do this. This is amazing. And he was very excited, but then he didn't come back. And I felt so guilty. I was like, see, it was my fault. And then after 2 months, he sent me an email. Francesca, I'm so sorry that I didn't come back. You truly changed my life forever. I actually quit my job. I'm not in the mine anymore. And I started to learn how to be a coach for all my mates in the mine so I can help them through that depression because it's so hard. And I was just like, oh my goodness. So I realized that even if just one person show up, it was meant to be. Yeah. That person is the right person that you need to help. So what I teach, yes, I teach you how to monetize your following, but mostly what we do is a ripple effect. Our meetups change people's lives. Our meetup really makes a difference. Our people come to our meetup saying, this has helped me so much. I was depressed, working from home. I didn't have any friends in business, and now I've got a community. It really changes everything. And so I think that the universe wise, when you're giving, the universe eventually give you back. There's no other way. And that's why I really, really love running these meetups. And then one time, I was running my half-day workshop and I got one person showing up. Now, I teach people how to put bums on seats. That is embarrassing. And it was a big room like this, like I hired this big room, and I didn't know what to do. And it's like, I'm like, when am I gonna sit this person in the middle of the room by herself? Like, how am I gonna run it? And I'm standing up, I'm sitting down, like, what do you do? I was literally so embarrassed. Then she come in, I'm like, hi, you know, we had 3 more people and they all cancelled. That's just you and I, and I'm feeling shy about it. And she goes, really? I'm gonna spend 4 hours with the meetup queen alone? I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, you know, sure, you are. You know, back then I wasn't confident enough to think, you know, the people would value of spending 4 hours alone with me. You know, the confidence builds as your business grows, yeah? So anyway, I started to run, but you know, without the interaction, without the thing, in 2 hours I was done. I was like, okay, I'm done. And she goes, well, what about the mafia? I was like, I'm not going to talk to you about the mafia. Like, I was afraid that she would feel sold at. You know how we all have this fear that we don't want people to feel sold at? So I was like skipping all the mafia bits, but she was referred from a mafian, so she knew everything about the mafia. So she was going, I want to know more from you. I'm like, oh, give me a call when you're ready. And she goes, okay, I'm here. And I want to know more. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I actually gave her the paperwork, and I didn't want to talk about literally. I was shocking and selling back then. And then she's like, okay, I'm done. I just want to sign up. Where do I sign up? I'm like, really? 100% conversion rate? So isn't that fascinating how it really all depends how we frame it?
Yes.
One person will be the right person that is in the room, and she's actually one of the most active mafians, and she loved it from the beginning. She didn't care there was only one person there. Who cares? Lucky for me. So a lot of the time, that is just in our head. Some people that in the mafia that had meetups with only 9 or 10 people, first they feel embarrassed because they go, oh, everyone else in the mafia got 50, 70, and then they say it was the best meetup ever. Everyone became a client. I'm like, I know. Sometimes the smaller the group, the actual, you know, more impact you can make and the more connection you can make. So numbers is just the perfection. The right numbers will be there. Just let that go. So it's not about you and it's not about me. It's about the people. And when we make it about the people, then things happen. Yeah. All right. So one more person that I want to show you that didn't believe that she had was the right time, right money, right everything was Roberta Fairbank. Roberta is an expert on Instagram, and when she came along to the half-day workshop and she sat down with me at the qualifying chat, she said, I don't know if I qualify. I'm like, why? She goes, well, I've got 60,000 followers on Instagram. 60,000. I'm like, okay, you got more than me. Why would you not qualify? She goes, well, because I haven't monetized it and I don't have money. And I'm like, okay, well, you have 60,000 people and you haven't monetized it. I can show you how to monetize it in 3 minutes, sitting down. Yeah. Like, easy. That's the easy part. So we can easily make you money. That's not a problem. The thing is, are you committed? Because it's not just about affording it. If you don't have the right mindset, if I cannot work with you, if I don't understand that you're going to follow through, because it's not just about doing 2 things once and that's it. It's about having the stamina to keep going and work it out forever. And so she's like, yeah, if I can monetize and I can feed my family. She lives in Gandawindi and she's the breadwinner. So she was really struggling with, you know, her 2 kids, didn't know how to make this happen. So what's Jamie is really good at, that Jamie helps people in the 48 hours. I told you that we have a discount for 48 hours, and she helped people in 48 hours to get more of these clients. So she coaches you for free in 48 hours. If you qualify and then you're committed to join the mafia, we coach people for free, obviously with the goodwill that if you do make this work for you, then you're going to join the mafia. And she's helped so many people. So she helped Roberta, and Roberta had her first meetup. Well, she joined, and the day before before she joined, she called Jamie back and said, Jamie, you wouldn't believe it, my car just broke down. And Jamie said, so? She goes, well, the money that you helped me make, now I'm going to put it through the car. And she said, go and sell 2 more. She goes, how am I going to sell 2 more? Got 4 hours left. She goes, sell 2 more. And she got back to her client and she sold 2 more. So it's really how, if you believe, everything can happen. And since then, Roberta had her first meetup in Brisbane with 104 RSVP. She's from Gandawindi. She didn't know anyone in Brisbane. There is a video I'll show you later on, and she will be in that video. So what I realized is that when you are committed, when you realize that this is going to be your next step, money shows up, people show up, experience, opportunity, everything shows up in front of you. You just have to make that one decision, isn't it? So Roberta, this is her at the festival. Look how happy she is. Yay, I made it, look at these people. And she said in the Mafia group, she wrote this, "Trust the journey, my lovely Mafians. It works, and it's amazing feeling in less than 1 month to have run 2 sold out workshops, and the 3rd one is tomorrow, and it's sold out as well. To have won an award and be featured in a magazine, to have over 12 speaking gigs around Australia, and having a national tour announced. All these just by meeting FM and telling myself I am doing this." So the only thing I did is give her the tools, and then she made it happen for herself. Yeah, very proud of Roberta. So she had 3 months, sold out 3 workshops in 1 month, and $12,000 in sales in 60 days. So she made more than her money back in 60 days. How cool is that? Pretty cool, eh? So should you start your meetup right now? Yes or no? Right now? Where are you in the scale from invisible to invincible? Because if doing it right now, that means that you are already invincible in social media, or at least empowered. That you have a strategy to actually put bums on seats. Because starting a meetup, anyone can start a meetup. But then to actually get people to actually show up on the night is the hardest thing, because people are going to say, yes, I'll come, but then people don't want to show up. So there's a lot of things that we need to do to make sure that people will come and show up, and have the problem that we are having, that we have 3 more chairs that we had to add today because we didn't have enough chairs, yeah? And then how are you going to monetize it? How are you going to make this the way that you're going to monetize your business? So those 3 steps are vital for you to actually decide that you want to start your meetup now. And the reason why I say that, because it really breaks my heart when people walk away from here and they start their own meetup, and then they're not committed, and then meetup goes and the rate goes down. There's actually only 10% of meetups that are active. You know why? Because people started with as a joke. They're not committed to their own community. And this is a commitment. If you start a community, then you need to follow through. You don't just let them go like that. So please don't start a meetup if you don't know what you're doing, and you don't have a system that you're going to follow to make it happen. Because it's doing a disservice not just to the people, but to meetup as a name, because it's getting a name that people don't show up on meetup, or meetups don't work. It's not true. It works if you committed to it. Yeah. So, are you okay if I show you a couple of case studies of the Mafians, and then we're going to go through a video, and then I'm going to show you the last thing. Is that okay? So people in the Mafia, they become people of influence instantly. They quadruple their business in just 6 months. They get hundreds of inquiries a day. They get people on a waiting list, and that's why they need a virtual assistant, because they can't keep up. And they get social proof. That's the biggest thing that happens once you join the Mafia, is that you get the tools to have social proof, and how you're going to monetize that social proof on social media. So the first person I'm going to show you is Helen Miters. Helen was established in the scale, and her business was super successful. She had a 6-figure business being a hypnotherapist from home. And she had a clinic, and she said, I'm very good at what I do, and I've got 2 people working for me, but I now want to go and teach hypnotherapists how to do that, how to have a successful business. I'm like, oh, cool, that's easy. She goes, yeah, but Francesca, hypnotherapists don't like to be in the same room together. They're not going to come to a meetup. I'm like, really? Why? They're people. People like people. It doesn't matter what type of people. So again, hypnotherapists are different. I'm like, okay, if you say so. And then I said, just follow what I say, it'll work. And this is her first event. All hypnotherapists in the room, and they looked that they're hating it, isn't it? They're like, this sucks. Look at their faces, they're all loving it. So I'm like, it works. It works even when we think that it's not gonna work. It always works. And Helen said it's the best course I have invested in value for money. She's one of my biggest revenue fans, and now she runs half-day workshop all over Australia. She's doing incredible, and she gets fully booked to their workshop all the time, which is amazing. It took 10 months for her, because she was keeping her price too low for too long. Because again, sometimes we think that people don't have money to afford it, and that's all in our head. People will pay the money when they know the value. Yeah? So if there is value, and there is money, return on investment, and there is a reason why I need to spend the money, I will spend it. And that's how it is. The next person is Jenny. Jenny DeLacy is from Melbourne, And so we get people from Melbourne, Perth, Adelaide, Auckland, everywhere fly here to do the events. You guys are here. Everyone's from Brisbane here? Yeah? No, where are you from?
Sunshine Coast.
Ah, cool. Gold Coast. Oh, awesome. So you guys are still going to be able to drive here, which is a lot easier than fly from the other side of the country to come to the events. And it's incredible that Jenny comes up here all the time. And this is the new events that she runs. Look at this. It's pretty cool examples, isn't it? And she's a videographer. So she teaches people how to do great videos. And she was invisible herself. So I was like, you're not walking your talk. You need to be out there. You need to do videos yourself. You need to be active. And she just didn't want to. So she still tried to be invisible. Look at her. But she's not. Every single person loves her. She's such a wonderful woman. And that's what I love about the Mafia. We're really good at filtering through and making sure that the right people join, because it's such a powerful community. When we ask in the Mafia, what's the best thing about the Mafia? You know, my ego think, Francesca Moy, they say the community. And I don't take it personal, I promise. I love it, because it's true. The community is such a strong community. They support each other to be a better person, not of like, I'm jealous that you got more people. They all like want everyone to be better, which is the best. And she said, shut up, since I met Francesca, I'm just going to go through the point, have grown from 2,000 people in my Facebook likes to 3,500. And that's literally in 4 months. How cool is that? So Jenny is amazing. And then we've got Heidi she is in Hobart. And she said, Francesca, Hobart is different. We're not going to get people at the event. 300, I can't read it in here. 300 members in 1 week. Thank you, FM. 300 members in 1 week. And sold out event in Hobart. So now we've got 2 members of the Mafia in Hobart. So we're going in 2 weeks, so we're going to Hobart as well. We added another city to our thing. And then this is how the Mafians, like I'm not going to show you all of it, but this is how they support each other. This is how the new days are like. Does it look like fun? Yeah. We don't have enough fun in business anymore. It's like, oh, work, 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 work. It's important to have fun, and then that's when you start to monetize it even more. And this is the type of event that I do, the selfie, and then everyone dress up and stuff like that. And who is this? Who is that? Is that you? We can still see you behind the tree. And it's time to come out of the tree, because you have a voice that you need to share. Your message needs to get out there, and the people that you can help. Do you believe that you make a really life-changing, massive impact to your clients? Yes or no? Yeah. Totally. So if you do, why are you still keeping it small? It's time to get out there, and it's time to take it to the next level, because people are waiting for you, because there will be other competitors that does similar stuff to you, but they're not you. And it's important that you get out of behind the tree and start to, help people for real, because there's a lot of people out there that does it the wrong way. And I believe in that. So my question is, could these people have done it all by themselves, the Mafians? Well, they could have. They could have, because they're very smart people. But it would have taken a lot longer, yeah? And they understand that they wanted results now. They didn't want to have results in 2 or 3 years. They wanted to have, the power of the community, of the Mafia community, the support and everything that happened in the Mafia community. And also they wanted a shortcut. They didn't want to try like I did. It took me longer for me, because I had to try all the different ways, and then I found the best way. They get given the best way. Renee said before, I just got given the Asana project. Asana, you know what Asana is? Asana is a project management tool, and I created a step-by-step process on how to get people from not knowing you to get into the room and love what you do. So the step-by-step process on before, during, and after a meetup, and before, during, and after a workshop. And that step-by-step is what Renee said she gives to her team, and then just do it, and they get bums and sit without doing anything. And that is the most priceless thing, because it took me 4 months to create that process, and now my team runs it. Like, they put this room together for me when I didn't do any promotion. Yeah, so it's all about understanding what step you need to take and when you know that, you just plug it in. Yeah. So what are you waiting for? Let's do it. Let's have a chat about the Mafia. But my question is, fast forward 6 months, And today you decided to join the mafia, and you fast forward 6 months, and all this is happening to you. You got sold out events, you got hundreds of require, you got a national tour, or maybe you just have events in Brisbane. It doesn't need to be that big, that fast if you're not ready. And you're invincible in social media. What would you say to yourself now? So your future self, what would you suggest to yourself now? Write it down. Just do it. Write it down, write it down. And I would like you to, wow, some people just wrote fast. What did you write? Just do it? Love it. Talk to your neighbor and tell them, what would you tell yourself now? Go for it. Okay, well, I didn't know. What I was doing was gonna take me anywhere. 4 years ago, when I was starting to get people at my workshop, I called Tony Robbins' company and I said, hey, I've got a tribe now, I can bring you people for free. And I've sold 10 tickets to Tony Robbins UPW in Sydney, and I went there for free, which I sold tickets for them, so I didn't really go for free. But I went there and I was so excited and I was so happy, and I thought, who's been to a Tony Robbins event here? Anyone? You will be going. Awesome. So I went there and Tony Robbins. So I went to Tony Robbins and it was amazing, and I saw him on stage at the end of the 4 days, and that was me in 2015. So I didn't start my business yet, I didn't start what I'm doing, I didn't have my meetup yet, and I was looking at Tony and I was thinking, I have a gut feeling that one day I will collaborate with him. And then my voice started to talk to me. What are you talking about? As if Tony Robbins will ever collaborate with you. Who are you? And when you have that gut feeling, you go, no, I actually know that I will be having dinner with him or catch up with him. I know that. And I thought, okay, maybe this is crazy. Maybe these 4 days got me to cuckoo. It's not going to happen. But I thought, you know what? If I don't stand up out of my comfort zone, if I don't do something now, I'm never going to get anywhere. So I just took this piece of paper and I started to write a letter to Tony Robbins. And I'm not that type of person that feels comfortable talking to famous people or whatever. Like, I was actually freaking out. But I wrote these things and I just took this piece of paper and I started to walk towards the stage, and I was freaking out. And then someone touches my shoulder. Security guard. Hi, young lady, where are you trying to go? I'm giving this to Tony Robbins. Just go back to your chair. He's never going to read it, darling. Just go back to your chair. And I just felt so silly for even thinking that Tony Robbins was going to read my letter. And I started to go back to my chair thinking, I hope nobody of my new friends saw this, because that would look stupid. And I started to walk back feeling so little, and that voice started to go crazy. I told you, I was stupid. Who's got that voice? Anyone? Just me? Okay, good. That was silly, just it doesn't happen. Like, why would you even try? You should have known better. That voice was going crazy. And then I thought, hold on a second. This is the universe trying to see if I'm ready. Because I kept listening to other people that tell me when I'm ready or when I'm not ready to do something. I listened to my dad. They told me I wasn't good at piano. That means I wasn't good at anything. I listened to my school teacher that told me that English wasn't my specialty and I shouldn't just go and learn English because I'm not good at it. Hello? And, right? So I just listened to all these people that actually took me to a longer path to get to where I wanted to be. I'm not listening anymore. And something exploded in my belly. Like, I promise you that this Francesca was born in that moment. And I just looked at him and I said, watch me. And I started to run towards Tony Robbins, stage. And I'm like, I'm doing this. And it's like, for me, it was like literally like slow motion. And it's like security, crazy Italian lady going. And I'm like, and I got there and I yell out, Tony! I need to look down. He takes the piece of paper and he look at me and he goes, and I'm like, told you. And this new Francesca was born, and it was just the feeling that I never had in my life. Like I just had a vision that I was gonna make something out of this, that I was not gonna give up this time, and I was not gonna let the shiny object take me. I was just gonna be committed, and it was the best feeling. I came back to Brisbane, and I said, okay, I'm working on my business, I'm working on my following, I'm growing my following, I'm growing my business. I've got it, I've got this. And then once I got enough following, I will meet Tony Robbins. And I concentrated on that from September to April. And in April, I had a pretty big following, and my business was going very well. And I said, you know what? I'm ready. I called them up and I said, hey, I want 100 tickets to Tony Robbins UPW. And they said, so, sure, it's $100,000. How do you want to pay? I'm like, how about I just send you one person at a time? Is that okay? Because I didn't have, obviously, $100,000. And they said, oh, you know, that's going to give you less commission. I said, I don't want a commission. I just want to meet Tony Robbins. And they're like, okay. So they gave me a discount for my people. And I sent them in 24 hours, 28 people. That's $28,000 in sales in a day for Tony Robbins staff. I'm going, hold on a second. If I sell that much for Tony, why am I not selling that much for myself? If you've done it once, you can repeat that every single time. So I'm going, all right, Tony Robbins, deal. I'll sell 100,000 for you from now to September, but I'm gonna sell 100,000 for me because it's not fair. So I made that deal, and that gave me the strength to just keep pushing. And I sold $100,000 of tickets for Tony Robbins in 6 months and 100,000 for me. And I did it, the first year of my business. Because when you're committed, there's nothing that will stop you. And it happened, and I've gone to the UPW, and this time I've got 100 people that knew about me, 100 people that see me at the event, so I felt like I was a bit of a celebrity, you know, it was very good. And then at one point, someone touched my shoulder, and I'm like, what was that? Deja vu. And this time was the general manager. And he takes me and says, Francesca, let's go, you're meeting Tony. I'm going, shut up. And I just go in the back, and there was this little corridor, and I'm sitting there so nervous, and they say, okay, I can see all the securities moving. It's like a movie. And they're coming down, I'm like, and I see him. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so big. And then he goes over there, and then the general manager takes my hand and said, Francesca, come on, you're coming, you're meeting Tony Robbins. And I go there, and they say, Tony, this is Francesca. Hi, Francesca. And Tony Robbins is touching my shoulder. Hi, Francesca, nice to meet you. And the general manager says, Tony, Francesca sold $100,000 of tickets for you this year, so we decided to let her meet you. Oh, Francesca, thank you very much. I'm very impressed. Can you tell me what do you do and why do you sell so many tickets for me? It's my chance to make an impression with Tony Robbins and, you know, start our relationship and go for dinner and stuff. So come on, say something smart. Something very smart. Because I love you, Tony. That is the only thing that came out of my mouth. I promise you, I ruined it. That was it. Tony felt sorry for me and he kissed me. We're not pashing, he just kissed me on my forehead. And that was one of the best moments in my entire life. I did. Why was that the best one? Why do I share this story? Because I want to brag? It's not about me bragging, it's what else, thank you, it's what else is possible. How else are we all playing small and we could take things to the next level? It's all about confidence, it's all about making a decision. Francesca in that moment, make a decision. I am never gonna let anyone, and not even that voice, tell me that I cannot afford things, I cannot do things, and I cannot, impossible. My dream was to have a building like this. And everyone was telling me that I was telling I want a building like this. Everyone was saying, you're dreaming. It will cost around $100,000 a year, how are you gonna afford it? 3 years later, here I am. If you believe in something, you make it happen. And it's all about letting that voice shut up, pretty much. Because if that voice will tell us that it's never the right time, it's never the right moment, it's always later, because they want to push what we are afraid forward. Isn't that true? So here I am sharing with you what happened to me in the last 4 years because of my organic strategies on creating a following and becoming invincible in social media. So I'll show you the top of the tip of the iceberg. Would it be okay if I show you how does it look like towards the bottom of the iceberg? Is that okay if I share with you a video? Yeah? So the mafia is about,
Are you the type of entrepreneurs who sees the massive potential of running your own workshop and events? You may even try to run events before and fail big time. Nobody showed up. I know how you feel. As a business owner, your time is super valuable and you don't want to waste any of it by trying to run a workshop with no people. What you need is a guaranteed way to sell more tickets to fill up your workshop every single time. And the fastest way that you can do that is by joining the Mafia Academy. The Mafia Academy is a family of passionate, like-minded entrepreneurs who are growing the business while having fun, filming the workshop all over Australia. As a Mafian, you will be able to implement a proven business model that will help you get fully booked workshop, monetize your business, and get a huge list. So how does this all work? Once you have joined the VIP Mafia, you will get to spend a 1 hour one-on-one session to get clarity around your marketing funnel, the direction you want to take your business, and a strategy that will work for you. You will then attend a 2-day workshop where you will start Facebook and Meetup groups, learn lots of easy-to-follow information to launch your events while having a lot of fun. When the 2-day is over, it's not the end. It's just the beginning because you will get to spend another 11 full days with me learning how to convert your network, consistently build your workshop all over Australia, get multiple speaking gigs, create a powerful and engaging following, how to hire an EA, and what system to use to grow your business. Not only you will have support from me personally, but you will get also the support of the Mafia community. You will have lots of fun and you will learn so much along the way.
I originally did Francesca's half day in February, and now, being in August, I am a senior Mafian. I did have reservations doing the 2-day course because I'd only just myself signed up to another course that would take me at least 10 months to do. I'm so glad that Francesca helped me through that reservation and chatted with me about what I could accomplish by raising my profile to be seen in meetups and Facebook groups as an authority in what I do while I was still training in what I do was just invaluable. Absolutely invaluable.
I think it's probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I knew Francesca had this great network of people, but I didn't realise how good it was.